What's up, y'all? Mario Lopez with a very special guest in studio, Mr. ELLE. PLISHTY, how you doing, my friend?
Good, pleasure to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Our listeners may not know you yet, but your journey into the luxury watch and jewelry business is pretty fascinating. I love that space. How'd you get into that?
It really started, I was in high school and I used to buy gold from my classmates and friends, and then I would go to Diamond District around 17, 18 years old. At the end of the weekend, cash out my earnings. My father was working in the business, but he always told me, go to school, you don't need this, but I was interested.
Yeah.
So everything starts with an interest, you get into it and you start doing it, then you're passionate about it, and next thing you know, it's your day-to-day life.
So you never actually went to school for it? You didn't need...
No, there's no real school for it. It's more of an experience thing. It's on the go. You go as you learn,
Yeah.
There's some mistakes, you just get into it.
You figure it out, and now you operate in New York.
Yeah.
Legendary Diamond District on 47th Street. That's a great location.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a rich history. Why is that place designated? How did that become the area?
One thing I would say is a lot of vendors compared to anywhere. I've been in Dubai, I've been in Hong Kong, in places where you think you have the luxury, but New York City, when it comes to diamonds, watches, and jewelry, if you're looking for something, you can't find it anywhere else. Diamond District, 47th Street.
You're gonna find
You'll find it.
I'm not a big collector on stuff, but I do like some nice watches. I've been trying to kind of get some nice watches, and what I like about it too is they're investments too, not just accessories. They seem to hold their value all the time. Why is that? What do you think draws people to high-end watches, and you can turn around and make so much more money and stuff? It's crazy business.
Watches from 1970s used to retail at $1,000. Today I'm buying those type of watches for $5,000 to $8,000. So that right there just shows these things hold value and they appreciate in value. You could pass it down to your kid, you pay 20 grand, by the time he's 20, it's gonna be $40,000. So it's more of an asset, and people don't mind putting their money in things that hold value and grow in value.
Right.
It's better than buying a t-shirt at a brand.
Yeah.
You're buying a watch, it's 100 years of craftsmanship, there's a name behind it, a strong name.
Right, so it's a solid investment.
Of course.
And you've built a strong reputation with collectors and clients. Was there a moment in your career you realized you were starting to get recognized?
So now we do retail, but we used to do wholesale. What a wholesale is where I would take my product and do more volume as I sell it to a lot of jewelers. And then I started seeing my product on a lot high-end customers, athletes, celebrities, and I started to think to myself, if I'm doing this, I could really network and bring out my product and show people, this is wholesale for the public, cutting out the middleman in a way.
Yeah, exactly. And you do a lot of custom pieces.
We do a lot of custom pieces.
What you're rocking right now is very impressive. That's a nice custom piece right there. What's the process like when somebody comes to you, a client says, hey, I want something like this and that?
So there's two types of clients. One client doesn't know what he's getting into and they're asking a bunch of questions. We try to show them the best of our capabilities, this is what you could get and this is what we could do for you. And then there's another client who's used to shopping in jewelry, and he's more or less, he knows what he wants and how much he wants to spend. What we do through that process is we try to have the image in your head come into a reality. That's our whole point. You come to us and you say, this is my logo, I want it big, I want it iced out, I want you guys to add some stuff into it. That's where we step in. It's more of an art thing,
You can insure everything too, right?
Yes.
So that's how, because I'm sure it's very valuable. And for someone who dreams of getting into this business, I imagine it's got to be incredibly difficult, especially competitive when you're in the 47th Street. What advice would you give them?
If you start something, anything, especially in 47th Street, don't stop if you feel like you're failing or things aren't working out your way. I've been doing this business for 14 years. For the first 4 years, I probably made no money. I had one watch in a showcase, but you have to start somewhere. You gotta be consistent. You gotta do what you love with a lot of passion, and that way you'll be successful at anything.
Good advice. And as a consumer, Rolex, Breitling, what is a solid?
I have a couple of things here as a consumer, so
Oh, look at this. Oh, hey, I got this one. I got this one right here.
I think you were wearing a Sky Dweller yesterday at the Oscars, right?
Beautiful with the green.
The green. You like green?
Normally I don't, but that one's beautiful. Oh, the Audemars Piguet. Oh shit, I like all of these, and these one too. What do these go for right here?
So the top one goes for $18,000, brand new, and then the blue one is a white gold presidential that goes for $52,000.
$52,000. No wonder it's so nice.
I had customers a year ago pay me about $35,000 to $40,000 for that watch, and today they could receive more from me.
Dang.
So that just goes to show you watches is an investment.
It's an investment. You better not lose it.
And it's very liquid.
Yeah.
Very liquid.
You get in a pinch, you could sell it. And
you could sell it in 1 minute. It's easier than a car, than a house. You're very liquid.
I like it. All right, we're going to be in touch, Al. Last thing, what's next for you in the watch spot, man?
The next thing for me is we're looking to expand to Miami right now and hopefully California.
See you here, then we come here.
Of course. We want to put our mark, our name everywhere we can, where there's a lot of people who love jewelry. We want to give the best prices and the best inventory to people. That's really our goal.
All right, we're going to be in touch.
Yes, we will.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming.